So this weekend, the final episode of season 14 of the new Doctor Who premiered. And this, of course, was a continuation from last week's Doctor Who, when it was revealed that the bad guy in that episode was Sutekh, who was actually first in the show all the way back when the Fourth Doctor was around in the 1970s. And so this character has been, there for a long, long time in Doctor Who lore, and they brought him back as the big baddie. But this is also Ruby's last episode, and it reveals, one of the big mysteries this year has been about her mother and all that sort of stuff, and it reveals that also. So in a moment, I am going to speak a little bit about that. So I'll try not to go into great detail, but if you haven't seen the episode and you want to watch it, I would stop now. So last week, if you saw my review, I really, 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 really liked the initial episode of this two-parter, but I knew it was going to be extremely hard to pull off, and I was very, very weary of the second part, and I was correct, in my opinion. It just, to me, and again, it's hard. I understand. It's hard to build up something and then to keep that momentum, but I just felt that it wasn't as strong as it needed to be with everything that led up to it. So I was just a little, it was a little slow in places. I was a little bored. And when it came time for the reveal about Ruby's past and her mother, I had this anticipation maybe they'll try and somehow tie it into the history of Doctor Who, and they didn't. Ruby's mother is just an ordinary human, and I thought about it a little bit after that, and I was like, sometimes it doesn't always have to be this big, ginormous reveal that ties it. In a way, I guess it's acceptable that her mother was just a person, a human, just a regular old human, and that's okay. It was a little disappointing. I kind of wish they had tied it back in, but it will be okay. I really do like the character of Ruby. I think she has been the one of the best characters in this new season of Doctor Who, and I'll miss her. I hope the new companion is going to be half as good as Ruby was. Of course, we'll just have to wait for that season whenever it premieres in a year or two or whenever that's going to be. So I'm going to give this, last week, again, I was really, really high on the first part. I'm going to go ahead and give this part 2.5 out of 5 stars.